Okay, when drawing the lips, okay, what you do is you want to think about the shape of the mouth. Now, a mouth does not have this, right? For the most part, and you're not doing this. You're not doing this, right? You've got to be sensitive as an artist to the shape of the mouth, but I want you to keep one thing in mind, and that's when you're drawing the mouth, think about two lips. A lot of times, either the upper lip is longer than the lower lip, or the lower lip is longer than the upper lip. The first line that you draw is the shape of the line, which I can barely see, in the middle of the lips. Now, in this particular mouth that I'm looking at, we've got kind of a curve. It's curved up, and then it's coming down. Now, the shape was a little different earlier, but the subject keeps smiling and changing the shape of her mouth. Okay, so this is the line, and it's always going to be the darkest line between the lips. And then you might want to think about, okay, where's the center of the mouth? And then this particular person has kind of like this shape. It depends on the individual. We have ridges, and then the ridge kind of goes down and it kind of disappears. So it goes down and it kind of fades out. It kind of disappears. And then we have the bottom lip seems to be overlapped by the upper lip. And so we've got this line coming down indicating the lower lip. It seems to have a little more lower lip, and it kind of fades down. Where, okay, for the upper lip, you want to think of it as in shadow. So it comes down, and so it's the darkest lip. Now, we're not making a scary movie where you have a flashlight. You know, when you're in the dark and you tell a spooky tale and you shine the light from under your chin up into your face to make yourself look spooky. In that case, yes, the lower lip would be darker than the upper lip. But 9 times out of 10, the lights are above us. So the upper lip should be in shadow. Now, I can come in and fade this up, this line, this original line that I made. And then I have some darkness here. There seems to be a little texture. I'm a little far away from this mouth, but that's fine. You heard noise of somebody scooting up. But you want some shadow here. So we got shadow here. This person is wearing lipstick, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yes, she's wearing lipstick. So what I'm doing is I'm using directional pencil strokes to help show the texture of the mouth. Now it depends on who you're drawing, right? Some people's lips show like lots of cracks in their lips, and some people like that. And, now I'm using the same directional strokes, and I'm going to come in because we don't want it white here because there's a shine. And then on the corner, I'm going to come in darker towards the bottom of the lip. I still have this line, and this line is really like I want to delete it. So I'm gonna get on that line and fade up. And then the edge of the lip kind of trails off and disappears. So then I need to come in with a little more contrast, so a little more pressure. Now we have, a lot of times you have that Cupid's bow, so you might want to look at that shape. It depends on, you know, how the shadows play. Are they soft? Are they harsh? Some people have very strong ridges. It's almost like there's like a white mustache between the top of the upper lip and then the skin coming in. In this case, the ridges are not they're not definite, so I can soften it. So it depends on who you're drawing. Keep in mind you might have those ridges of skin going up, or it just might be soft shadow. If we got light coming in from one side, you might have that Cupid's bow more prominent, and it might be shaded only on one side. What you don't want is to come in and make it look like, especially if you're drawing a girl, make it look like there's a mustache. You don't want that. I'm just trying to show tone, I guess you'd say. And then oftentimes you might have a little shadow where the mouth comes out and before the chin projects forward. So you might have a little shadow here, and then the chin might come out in this area. And then we have a mouth. Now, I think I need to get a little darker. Okay, so the mouth is finished. There's a little mole here on this individual. I think it's somewhere around here.
Birthmark.
Birthmark, mole. It's the same thing. I have a mole on my face. It's a birthmark, mole, whatever. I think birthmarks are flat and moles like pop out a little bit. I have the one that pops out a little bit, so it's called a mole, right?
Yes.
Okay, and let's review then. What's the darkest line? The darkest line is in the middle and it's not straight. So look for some shape. You know, it depends on the individual. So pay attention to that. You start with that line. That's the darkest line. Remember, observe and determine which lip is bigger. Is the bottom lip bigger or the upper lip? Or longer, I guess you'd say. What's that shape, right? And then which lip is darker? It's usually going to be the upper one. Then you can use directional strokes to show like texture or cracks in the lips, right? If you're doing a guy, you got to be careful. You don't want him to look like he has lipstick. So you might not even shade like if it's a guy, you might find shadow under here, but maybe don't make it look shiny, because a guy with shiny lips might look a little creepy, right? Not that there's anything wrong with looking creepy, but you know, you want to flatter the individual. Got it? Have a wonderful day. Is that good enough?